everyone, welcome to our channel. Today I would like to share with you the different stages of doing a DPhil at Oxford. So for the first part of the video, I will just go through some important facts of these different stages, and then I will share a little bit about my own experience and some anecdotal experiences. So what are these different stages? There are three major stages for assessment, basically, when you want to get your doctoral degree at Oxford. These stages are namely transfer, confirmation, and the final viva, final defense. So first one, what is transfer? Transfer is basically the first stage. It's like laying down the foundation of your dissertation, and you have to come up with a topic that you want to engage with, and it's really like, you're just trying to build a building, and you have to show people the plan of your edifice that's about to be built. So for transfer status, people normally spend a year or a year and a half, depending on how quickly you get your project sorted out. And then when you do your transfer, you have to prepare a lot of documents for that. These documents include like an abstract, say like around 300 to 500 words, a bibliography, an outline that includes the different chapters of your dissertation, and a 5,000 word writing sample. By the way, you also need to apply for an application form, and you need signatures from different people, and that's quite a lot of signatures when you come to think of it, from your supervisor and from your college advisor, and also like someone at the faculty. It's like a director level. So at Oxford, everything takes time, guys. So for application, in order to get the signatures, it just takes some time. You have to forward one email to another person. Once you submit your materials for transfer, and then you will be just waiting for an interview. So this interview, you will be assessed by two specialists or people who work in areas that are quite close to your research area. And they will schedule a date with you and have an hour-long interview with you. And in the interviews, they would ask you about your research plan and research topic, and based on the documents that you've submitted to them, right, especially the 5,000 word writing sample, they would ask you some questions and give you feedback and offer you critique of your project and help you to move forward. So once you're done with the interview, and then you'll just be waiting for the result and also the report of the transfer interview. So there are only two results possibly conceived. One is you pass and the other is you fail. So once you pass the transfer status, then lucky enough, you can just go to prepare for the next stage, namely confirmation. So which we will get into very quickly. But before that, there's another possibility, right? Basically, like you fail the transfer. If we fail the transfer, what should we do? Of course, you need to resubmit all the documents, resubmit the transfer application again. In the meantime, there's a little bit extra. Another extra document is called the letter of response. Basically, you need to engage with the report your assessors sent to you, and you need to write to them like how their feedback and how their critiques of your work reshape your new work. Alright, so that's so much for transfer, and let's move on to confirmation. So for confirmation, it's like a more advanced stage of your DPhil, and you write more stuff once you finish your transfer, and then similarly, you will also have like an interview with two specialists, and they basically do the same thing. And for the materials you're supposed to submit, it's a bit more lengthy, I would say, than transfer materials. So two abstracts, one is a short one, 300 word, and the other is a longer one, like 1,500 word. So 2 abstracts alongside a much longer writing sample that's around 10k words. Basically like a chapter or part of a chapter of your dissertation. So once you pass your confirmation, and then normally people would take 1 year or 1 year and a half, depending on how quickly and efficiently you work with your dissertation, and then get ready for the final viva, the final defense, which definitely involves you need to submit your full draft, right? Which is something that I recently have finished doing. Okay, so these are just facts, different facts about these 3 important stages of doing a DPhil. Alright, so much for the dry facts, and now I want to share a little bit about my own experience. So for myself, for the first attempt of my transfer, I failed, which was quite a learning experience, I would say. Even though my always encouraging and supportive supervisor would say in advance to me before I entered the interview session, right? She would say like, don't worry about it. Even there's a possibility that you might not pass, but don't be too concerned about it, because they're there to help you, to make you a better thinker and a more critical scholar. It's not the end of the world or whatnot, but the reality is, guys, when you receive your report and got the result and see the big fail there, like no one can be cheerful, right? And you know like the millions of good things these assessors can do for you. But in the meantime, you know, like you've worked so much, you've worked like countless hours on a big project, and then in an hour interview, people told you, I'm sorry, this is not gonna work, right? So, well, this is the life of a DPhil. Sometimes it's very hard. It takes a long time for you to produce certain ideas, and then suddenly you feel like you got told this idea is not gonna work out. So you have to do the whole thing again. So I think for that, like maybe one day I can share with you guys a little bit more about how I went through the process, and so it was definitely like a very, very reflective journey, both intellectually and spiritually speaking. So I think there are definitely like a lot of interesting moments and encouraging moments, and also moments that I feel very sad during the assessment, during the different assessments and how I prepare for these assessments. But overall, I think it was a very rewarding experience. Yeah, I got to learn a lot, and I tried to become a better thinker and a more critical thinker through these different stages, and I am deeply grateful for all of my assessors, and they really helped me alongside my supervisor to shape the project in a better way, and to make the project more interesting and more profound, and with more depth. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to know more about the life of a DPhil student at Oxford, both the technical and the fun side. Thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!